Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Rose and you're watching Home with Hannah. Today I'm going to be talking all about mindfulness and how you can live a more mindful life. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips that you can start to practice, and it will really help you to live more mindfully. So to start, I just wanted to talk about what is mindfulness. I wanted to define the word. So when I define mindfulness, I really feel like it's all about awareness and bringing awareness to everything that you do. I know this is easier said than done because we live in a world full of technology and we've got these phones and we can be so easily distracted. So it's so hard for us to bring this present feeling and this awareness to everything that we do because of this technology that we have. But anyway, so let's just get started talking about these 5 tips that I have for you that you can start practicing to live a more mindful life. Okay, so my first tip for you guys is to breathe. Really just focus on your breath and bring your awareness to your breathing. Now, the exercise that I have for you is just to simply take a nice deep breath in and out. So like this. All you have to do is breathe in for around 4 seconds, hold your breath for a second, and breathe out for about a second more than you breathed in. And if you do this a couple times, you'll notice that if you felt a little bit overwhelmed, maybe you felt stressed with what you're doing, take a second out of your day to just really breathe and focus on your breath. And you'll find that it really brings your awareness to what you're doing. I started wanting to practice meditation in the morning, and I started incorporating 10 minutes of meditation into my morning routine. And to kind of kickstart me into this and kind of teach myself how to really sit with my thoughts and just meditate, I used guided meditation. And I found with every single guided meditation practice, they said, focus on your breath, bring your awareness to your breath. So I feel like this is one of the biggest mindfulness tips and exercises, is just simply learning how to really breathe. Okay, so moving on to my next tip, it really kind of interlinks with the first tip that I just talked about, and that is to be present. Live in the moment. You hear people say it all the time. Make the most out of this moment while it lasts. And they're right, make the most out of every moment that you have. And really be grateful for every moment that you have. And that really brings your awareness to this present moment. Breathe, like I said, brings your awareness to now. And an example of this is, when you're talking to someone and you're listening to someone speak, really be present in that moment. Don't get distracted by this technology. Don't get distracted by your phone and start looking at your phone. Make eye contact with that person. And when you make eye contact and you start listening and you're more present, you're gonna be a better communicator. When you wash the dishes, feel the running water, smell the soap that you're using to wash your dishes. And this is using sense awareness. Sense awareness is an exercise in mindfulness that you can start incorporating into your everyday life, and it really changes the way you look at things, the way you do things. If you're really being aware of, when you're cooking, the colors, the vibrant colors of the food, or the smell of the food, and you can hear people in the distance. When you're walking, take in your surroundings. Take in the beautiful nature around you that you might have never even noticed because you've been so distracted by your phone and your thoughts and you're not present. When you're present, you can live more mindfully, and it's such a powerful tool. So I really would advise you to start trying to bring your awareness to this present moment. Use the sense awareness, like I said, and use breathing to help you bring that awareness to now. My third tip for you guys is to have a positive outlook on everything that you do, or have a positive attitude. I think that's a better way to kind of think about it, is changing your attitude. Now, one exercise that I have for you is to practice gratitude. This is such an important exercise to start practicing. I feel like this is gonna sound really cheesy, but I feel like gratitude equals attitude. What you could do is write down 3 things that you're grateful for in the morning. Just get a journal and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. This could be your house, your job, or something simple like the food that you're eating for breakfast, or, you know, your loved ones, okay? I'm grateful for the love in my life. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my pet. And it just shifts your awareness to what you're grateful for right now, and it also shifts your attitude. So you will then go about your day with a more positive outlook and a more positive attitude. And you know, when you have this positive attitude, you'll enjoy the little things more, and you'll build more memories, okay? It's so important to be more positive, and when you're more positive, that's going to reflect, you know, from the inside out, and you'll be more approachable, and people will, you know, be more happy around you, and that will kind of, it will, I don't know the word to say it, but it will rub off on other people. So then before you know it, the people that you're hanging out with, it might be your boyfriend or your husband or your children. If you're more positive, they're gonna feel more positive, okay? So my 4th tip is to slow down. Living more like slow living is difficult to do sometimes, because I feel like we can be, yes, distracted sometimes, or we can, you know, have so much to do, so we're rushing here, there, and everywhere. And we use the word busy too often. And, you know, oh, I'm busy doing this. And then, you know, our minds are busy. We're thinking, what do we have to do now? And instead of being present and being in the moment, we are rushing here, there, and everywhere. So I'd say to use the sense awareness exercise again. What can you smell? What can you hear? When you are walking, slow down. Now, I could take some advice from myself, because my mom always tells me, you know, I call her every day, and she's always like, Hannah, you really need to slow down, especially when you're walking, because I walk to work and back, and it only takes me about 15 minutes. But if I really slowed down, you know, I'd enjoy my walk to work more. You know, listen to the birds in the distance, or the music that you're listening to. You know, take in your surroundings, really look at the beautiful nature around you. And, you know, yes, you're practicing mindfulness, but you're also going to be enjoying the moment, and you're gonna be living a more happy life if you just slow down. Slow down when you're eating, slow down when you go shopping for food. Look around, enjoy it. So now my last and final tip is to be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Now, what I want to say to you first is that you have control over your thoughts. You know, yes, we can't really control what we're thinking, but we can stop what we're thinking. We can think more positive thoughts. We can change our thoughts to focus on what we're doing right now. We can be aware of our feelings and realize that we're not always gonna have this positive, great day. We're gonna have bad days sometimes, and that's okay. But when you're practicing mindfulness, you will then be aware, right, okay, I don't feel my best self today, so I'm gonna take it easy, and I'm just gonna have a nice relaxed day. I might read a book, I might take a bubble bath, and just look after myself. And then the next day you might realize, gosh, I'm in such a great mood today, right? I'm feeling productive, I'm gonna get lots done. When you're mindful and you bring awareness to your thoughts and feelings, it's really important and it can help you live a better life. Don't be controlled by your thoughts. Now, I'm just gonna paint a picture for you, and that is, think about this. Buddhists would describe, our thoughts and feelings and stuff as having a monkey mind. They say humans have this monkey mind, and it's like, these thought branches, and you're swinging from one thought branch to another thought branch, and one thought branch to another thought branch. And our mind is like a bunch of monkeys, little baby monkeys swinging back and forth, and they're too overexcited and too overwhelmed. And we go about life sometimes with a monkey mind, we're rushing here, there, and everywhere, instead of just focusing on what we're actually doing right now. Don't worry about what you have to do later today, or don't worry about what you haven't done yet. Focus on what you're doing now. And when we're swinging back and forth, it's like if you were walking and you were walking this way and that way and this way and that way instead of a straight line. It would take you a lot longer to get to that destination, right? If you were walking left, right, instead of straight forward, you'd get there. It would take you a lot longer to get there. So what I would suggest is to really center yourself, center your thoughts, be aware of them. When they come up, be aware of them, be aware of how you're feeling. But, with what you're doing in your everyday life, slow down, like I said in my last tip, and center yourself, which you can do through breathing, and focus on, what am I doing right now? What do I have to do right now? Okay, so that's it for my 5 tips on how to live a more mindful life. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe below and click the bell button so that you will be notified every time that I upload. I'll be uploading weekly. I know this is my first video, so yeah, I'll be uploading weekly. I'm thinking probably every Sunday. So yeah, please comment below if you've tried any of these tips that I've shared with you, and let me know how they've worked for you. I hope you all have a beautiful day.